I decided I'm going to give you the little formula sheet. All right. So there it is right there. This is what's going to be the, just come on and listen. This will be the first page. Okay. So it should be extremely helpful. All right. Again, I don't want to rush, but let's go ahead with the review. Okay. And I want to go through and do as many as we can. Now, believe it or not, the volume and circumference or volume and surface area is going to be next week. Okay. So we have those formulas we're going to work on. What? Don't worry about the apothem. All right. Again, let's just do this. All right. So question number 1, it says, find the circumference and area of each circle. So let's go to our table. Where does it say area and circumference? So circumference and area. Here's the area formula. And then here is my circumference formula. That's not a big deal, right? KK? Does everybody see that? Now for question number 1. We're going to have A, or let's do C first. Circumference equals pi times the diameter, correct? But in this case, the diameter would be what? 8. So pi times 8. And then somebody do pi times 8 on the calculator.
It is
25.122
no,
and
132.
132. And then we will say that's a distance, so it's just meters. Bless you. So area equals pi times, what's the radius? 4 squared. So let's do that. Say it again.
It's 50.265.
50.265 meters squared. Anybody have any issue with that? What? Remember, area you measure with squares, right? Distance you measure with a length. Does that make sense, right? All right, is everybody good? KK, stop daydreaming. Did you do that? You got that on your calculator? That's what you should be doing. All right, so again, number 2, here we go. Circumference is pi times the diameter. What's the diameter in this case? 10 1/2. All right, I would just do 10.5. And so the circumference is approximately
32.9.
and that would be feet. You good with that? So now area, pi, what's the radius? Say it. 5 1/4. You can do on your calculator 5 1/2 divided by 2, right? And it'll be 5.25. I prefer decimals, but some people like fractions, so 5 1/4 and then squared. So what is that approximately? 86 point what? All right, not bad. Okay, KK, let's see what you're doing. All right, number 3. How do I find the circumference? Which is? And then what? Good job, girl. Thank you for that. And what is that? 6 what? And we'll call that inches. All right, now calculate the area real quick. Okay, let's go. I'll shut the door. calculator, use it. KK, what's the area?
113.
Area equals pi times 6 squared, which is roughly how much?
I'm confused though, because it's 113.097.
113.097, you would say inches squared. Anybody else get that?
Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah.
Did anybody else get that? KK, what are you confused about?
Oh, no, I understand.
You good? Okay, Molly, you got the last circle here. Tell me.
It is 5 times 13.
Yep.
That's 40 times 8.
Good job. What's the radius?
6.5.
Good job, kiddo. Anybody else have any questions? Is that correct? You guys are checking each other now, please. I'm not doing it. KK.
What was the answer for the area for number 2?
But KK, you hear me now. You know I get upset when you're just writing the answer down, right? KK. Okay, so you did it, right? You know how to do it. Okay. Jolie, what is number 5 called? What is that shape?
It's
That's right. Say it. That's right. Parallelogram. So I want everybody to write. Parallelogram. And what's the formula for area of a parallelogram? That's right. Base times height. And so what's the area here? That's right. 10 what though? Yes, 10 feet square. Bless you. Okay, question. The next one. What is that called? It's called a square. So I better write square just to make sure. And how do I do that? That's right. S squared, we call that. Okay? S stands for side. So what is that going to be? 100. And then inches squared. Okay, you got the tricky one. What?
So is it just doing 10 times 10?
That's right. That's right. 10 times 10. Or you can just do on your calculator 10 squared. Okay, so what's the next shape called? It's called a trapezoid. Do you remember the formula for area of a trapezoid? Look back and see. That's what we're doing. Area of a trapezoid. Perfect. See what I'm doing here? Okay, so A equals, uh-oh, they already have that. 1/2, what's the height? Well, I want you to tell me what the height is. 8. And then what are the two bases? Now we're just doing this on the calculator. So what's half of 8? Times, what's 6 plus 12? That's correct. That is correct. We would say 72 square yards. Yes, Molly, what? Half of 8. Right, she just did it out. You can just type it straight in on your calculator if you want. Half of 8, right? What?
Do you have to put the square?
Yes, yards squared. You measure area with squares. You measure area with squares. Jolie.
I think I know.
So do 1/2. Do 1/2 times 8. Come on, we're practicing. 1/2 times 8 times, then open up parentheses and do 6 plus 12. KK, are you doing that on your calculator too? You got it? You good now, right? Okay, that's what I'm saying. I want you to tell me if you made a mistake so we can correct it. All right, everybody's good, right? You got a formula sheet. Just look at the formula sheet. See if you can plug numbers in. Here we go. Number 6 is called a what? No, we got Luca. Go. So what's the formula? Yep. And what are the base and the height here? That's right. And so what is that? Yes. 8 inches squared.
I thought that if it, since like the two little dashes were there, and since like the difference between the polygon and the square, wait, I just did a different formula.
Well, you can do 4 times 4 divided by 2.
I did 4 squared and then try and do that.
Yeah, that's okay because you're multiplying. That's what 4 squared means. You're taking half of the square. That's literally what that is. Okay, what's number 7 called? Also a rectangle because it has right angles, right?
Yeah.
So I'd want everybody to be able to tell me that's a rectangle. All right, how do I find the area of that? Good. Perfect. Perfect. 21 square feet. Okay, Jackson. All right, read number 8 to me. Right, so here's my pizza. All the way around is 38.6. So what am I doing? To find the diameter. What's the formula for circumference, bud? Shh. Why A?
Oh yeah, no. C
Equals?
equals pi. C equals pi d.
Yes, C equals pi d. That's perfect. The reason why I want to use that is because it's asking about the diameter. So what's the circumference? Right, so we put 38.6 equals pi d. So how do I solve this now? What do I do? Yay, good job. Divide by pi. So the diameter of the circle is roughly how much?
Roughly 12.28.
Yes, let's do that. 12.28 inches. Molly, are you okay with that? KK? Just working backwards now, right? They give you the circumference, you got to find the diameter. If they'd asked for the radius, what do I do with that number? If they asked for the radius of the pizza, we would say what? Yes, thank you. All right, number 9, Eddie.
So Maggie hooks the dog with the rope that is safe in the yard. The dog can walk a distance of about 8.
No, that's just 8. So the dog can walk a distance of about, let me see if I think I just accidentally erased that. Okay, so let's just say, everybody put in there, that's 80. Let's just make that 80 feet. Walk around about a distance of 80 feet.
80 feet along the circumference. And then where's the length of the loop?
Yeah.
So, if you do,
Now keep in mind, oh, this is what it is right here, guys. I just realized it. Look right here, guys. This is the question. So it's supposed to be what? 84.8, not 80. Did everybody see that? So I want everybody to go back and fill in 84.8. I don't know what happened. So make that 84.8 now. So they're giving you this picture down here to kind of help you understand it. You see what I'm saying now? So how do I find the radius?
if you divide,
That's, but you have to tell me the formula for circumference. What's the formula for circumference?
pi times diameter.
Yes. Circumference equals pi times d. And what's our circumference?
34.8.
84.8. Yep. So what do I have to do?
You divide it by 5.
Yes, divided by pi. And so what's my diameter?
You get 26.992.
Okay. So what's the radius?
You divide it again by 2.
Divide by 2. Very good. So tell me what the radius would be.
13.496.
And then you would say feet. Very good job, buddy. Okay, the next one's kind of hard. All right. So read number 10. Yes.
Okay, find the area of the circle having a circumference of 84.
No, no, no.
Well, I mean 46.
46 pi, right?
46 pi.
So we're doing number 10 now. Everybody needs to highlight this one. This one's a good one. All right. So we're trying to find the area if we know the circumference. So what do I have to do here, Tyler?
If you know the circumference is 46.
46 pi.
46 pi. Wait, so is it 46 times pi?
Well, we can just leave it like that. I'm going to show you something. Everybody put 46 pi, and then what? Equals?
It equals A. Right?
What's the formula for circumference?
Oh, circumference is pi.
Right, so everybody put pi d down. Now, how do I solve?
Are you gonna have to do what you did last time? Like
What do I have to do?
you divide
Yes, divide by what?
pi.
Yes, divide by pi. Now notice what happens. What happens to the pi's?
You get crossed out.
Right, so the diameter is what?
46 divided by pi, right?
Just 46. The pi's canceled. Pi divided by pi canceled.
Oh.
All right, so look at that again. All right. So they're telling you 46 pi. They just didn't multiply 46 times 3.14. They just left it there. So 46 pi is equal to pi times the diameter. So when you divide both sides by pi, those cancel. So your diameter is what?
46.
Your diameter is 46, which means the radius was what?
46 divided by 2.
Yes, which is?
23.
Yeah, which is 23. And again, if the radius is 23, now how do you find the area?
It's gonna be 23 squared, and then you have to times it by pi.
Exactly. So go ahead and do that.
So it's gonna be 1,661.
1,661 point,
0.902.
and then units squared. Okay, so everybody needs to look that one over. All right, put your mind at ease, guys. I'm gonna give us a little bit more time for the quiz. All right, so we'll just continue reviewing tomorrow. Okay. Hey, Ashley, I'm sorry I didn't see you sitting down there today. You all right? You getting your iPad fixed, charged? All right. Do you want to bring the chair back there, kiddo? Okay. So 1,661.902 units squared. Is everybody okay with that? Anybody? All right, yes. You're up, read it.
So, the window is shaped like a semicircle with the diameter of 6.3 feet. What is the area of the rectangle?
All right, so first we want to draw a semicircle. Oh, I know what we can do. Watch what you can do. Draw a whole circle. And then draw directly across. And then take your eraser, partial, erase this. And then go back to your eraser hole. And there you have it. And the diameter is 6.3. Okay, so how do I figure out what the area is, buddy? Yep, that's right. So the radius would be what? 3.15 feet. So now how do I find the area? What's the formula for area? Yes, pi times r squared. But are we doing a whole circle? So, well, what do I have to do to the area? Because it's a semicircle. By what? Yes, sir. Divide by 2. Okay. So pi, what's the radius? 3.15 squared, and then divide it by 2. So that area is how much? Anybody else get that? 15 point what? 586 square feet. Anybody else get that number? Molly, you okay with that number? Jolie? Or that wasn't too bad. All right, Ashley, you tell me about number 12. I need to find the area. What two shapes do we see? So what's the formula for area of a triangle? And what's the other shape called? Yes. All right, that wasn't bad. So here we go. Yes, 1/2 times 4 times 6. And what's that? That was 12. Because we did what? How did you get 72? 6 times 12, which is, now these are square feet, remember? So what's the total? Yeah, 84 square feet. Hold on a second. All right, what? What did you get? Did you divide by 2? Because it's a semicircle, right? Divide by 2. You good on that? Okay, now I'm pretty happy with you guys. So what time's the bell ring? Okay, so listen to me, guys. Your homework, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right, no test tomorrow. All right, we're gonna review. You hear me? You have to do 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You have 5 problems to do. And you got 10 minutes. 2 minutes a problem. Let's go. Get to work on it. What? We're going to talk more about it. All right? Because it's not tomorrow. You hear me? So don't worry. I just want you to concentrate on those. Yes, ma'am. You all right? Okay. All right, guys. Get to work. Get to work.
Right there.